Can we do it like a sports press conference? So you have to say your name and the newspaper you write for before?
Sure.
No, you don't have to do that. But it just has that sports feeling.
If we had like a desk to
Yeah,
put
we're
our
like-
elbows on.
Presidential address.
Exactly.
I'll take a couple questions from CNN.
That's right. All right, let's get into it.
I definitely feel like a little boy right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Hi guys,
Hello.
I'm Mark Walters of BigFanboy.com. Welcome to Dallas. I know some of you have been here before and some of you haven't, but let's start off with, I think nowadays when you take a genre like this, like the buddy cop genre, the only way to really try to do it right is to try to find a new way to do it, or maybe reinvent it a little bit. And it seems like you guys found a really nice balance of comedy, but then also pulling in this really nice serious side. The film actually has a progression, which you don't often see in these types of movies. Can you talk about finding the balance for that and finding it within each other as well?
Well, actually, that's kind of what drew us to the project, was that it was a different take on the genre, like you said, and you know, like the third act is just action-packed. So it went from just like a laugh-out-loud comedy to like, whoa, these guys are in real danger.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I liked about it.
That was something that the director and the writer, Luke Greenfield and Nick Thomas, really pitched to us, that they wanted our bad guy not to be another comedian. He's like, we didn't want the bad guys to basically seem like he's also in your group of friends. He just happened to play the bad guy. So they got James D'Arcy, and we didn't know him, and we weren't all like hanging out after work. So there was always a disconnect between kind of his story and our story.
Yeah, he's terrific too. And can you talk, Rob, about playing the straight man?
Yeah.
Because we don't often get to see you do that, and I thought you did a really good job at that.
Well, thank you. An opportunity to work with these guys, that was one. I jumped on that. But then also to play a role that's not necessarily as heightened as a lot of the characters I play, I jumped on that too, because I wanted to play something a little more straight, a little more reasonable.
Hi, Rob. Alice Reese, Greenville Herald Banner. You were a Marine, I read in the press notes. Did you help them with the guns? Or did they?
I just showed them which end the bullet came out of.
Okay.
You know, our characters, another spin on the genre is that our characters aren't cops. So obviously the whole time we're faking it. So whenever we screwed up, that was kind of okay.
It actually worked.
It worked for it. And so Rob's character, who's kind of a badass and somebody we look up to, Damon and I really wanted Rob for this part because, yes, he's funny and he is in our group, but he is also a Marine who served our country, and he's an easy guy to look up to. So it kind of seems like a perfect part for, you know. For
But
us.
you all did have some training?
Very little.
He had very little. I had next to none.
Oh, okay. Well, but weren't the weapons a little difficult anyway? I mean.
Yeah, that's why Jake was holding it like that.
The sound effects, you didn't have to make that
Yeah, you
on.
did not have to make that sound effect.
They actually had blanks that would actually fire. You
I'm
had
an
to
actor,
go,
I do my thing, and I chose to go ping, ping, ping.
Hi, my name is Sarah Kizak. I work for the MacGuffin. My question would be one for Damon mostly, but you all can answer it as well. Did you ever feel any pressure to go into acting or even comedic acting based on your family? And for you two, I mean, did you ever feel like you have to keep doing comedic roles?
Pressure like how? Pressure like
I mean, you've
like
got a
just-
legacy. Your family is very well known. I mean,
not really. One, because they're like old. No, I'm kidding. No. I mean, we're a very encouraging family. There's a lot of us. A lot of us do the same thing, and they just really give me sound advice and just they're for me. So if it's a win for me, it's a win for all.
did you ever? I mean, would you ever want to do dramatic acting versus?
Sure. I mean, if it came along and it was the right move to do, I would definitely do it.
What about you guys? I mean, do you feel like you're getting pigeonholed into comedic roles?
Well, I never feel pigeonholed into comedy. Comedy's, I love it. It's always going to be part of me. It's something I want to do. I seek it out.
Yeah.
So I'm not pigeonholed into comedy. Would I love an opportunity to do something else? Sure. I think any actor would.
Yeah.
Just whether or not you get the opportunities.
It's also quality over tone. So whatever the tone is, if it's good, and a movie like this, which had comedy and action, but these guys in it, I would do it. If I've got an opportunity to do a great drama with great people, I would love to do that. But I don't have any interest in doing like a really like dramatic role where my character's dying if the movie's going to be terrible. So it's like, no, I'd rather do comedy than something bad. So it just depends on the project.
How's it going, gentlemen? I am Chase Lee, and I write for the Dallas movie screenings.
Chase Lee.
Speaking of comedy, I know. Speaking of comedy, Rob, every time I see you, all I think of is Step Brothers and Pow.
Yeah.
So I just had to say that.
Well, good.
But I liked you guys' chemistry so much in this movie to where I want to see a sequel. So is it Let's Be Firefighters or Let's Be Doctors? Choose.
Astronauts. Let's be astronauts.
Astronauts.
Maybe.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's more adventure in space.
Oh, of course.
Always.
Yeah.
And aliens. What?
Rob, can you fight an alien? Can you do it?
Yes. I feel like I can fight pretty much anything.
In outer space, though?
Yeah.
You know how long it would take for your punch to get?
Yeah, but once I hit him, he's just going to go away forever. No, look, I would love if this thing does well.
Yeah.
And they give us an opportunity. Well, it's not. And they want me back. If they want me back, then
Which
I'll
we
come.
wdon't. If it does well,
Not a chance.
he's out.
If it does poorly, but they do a sequel, we got Rob.
Yeah.
But if it does
well.
good, woo!
Kidding
Sky's the limit.
So what you're saying is Rob is on regardless if it does terrible.
No.
Yeah, if it does,
No.
If it does terrible, he's on regardless.
Oh, okay.
He's our ace.
Okay.
Now look, if we're fortunate and we get to make another one, the three of us would love to work
Absolutely.
together on anything we can do.
Yeah.
We all try to find each other and find projects for one another.
Yeah.
So whoever's kind of working pulls everybody back in.
Well, it's a great trio of comedy, sexual energy, and awesomeness. So.
Sexual
Sexual
energy,
energy. Nailed
it.
my man.
Nailed it.
You get it.
You get it.
You get the vibe we're throwing out.
And it's just it's the way comedy works, gentlemen. So I don't know.
You're throwing it out.
No, you're definitely.
Hi, I'm Susan Comiob. I'm with Irving Television.
Susan.
Well, I do want to say I love the movie. You guys did a fantastic job.
Thanks so much.
Hilarious. My favorite part about Justin and Ryan's relationship is how you guys support each other and believe in each other. I know all three of you are good friends in real life.
Yeah.
What would you say each one of you's best quality in your friendship is?
In real life?
In real
or
life.
In real life, in real life.
In real life?
You
Just-
guys make me laugh.
Yeah.
And I think, one of the things that Damon and I talk about hanging out with each other because we hang out all the time.
Too much, because we do the show also.
Yeah.
So we did a movie last summer where we were together all the time, had dinner every night. Then we went off and did New Girl where we worked 5 days a week, 12-hour days. And then this summer we're doing press. So this shit's getting weird. But we're talking about it. Our relationship lives in a certain bit world and we never get out of that. And it's really fun. And we always talk about like when Rob jumps in, he just like heightens it. So what these guys mean to me in real life is that they make me laugh and it's always fun to hang out with them. We don't get in like fights.
And no one's moody. Yeah, no one. Like I've never gotten into an argument with either one of them, unless it was a joke.
Yeah, and we never will. The day we do will be like the most disappointing day.
Absolutely.
When Damon's like, you know what, Jake? In real life, though,
That hurt my feelings.
you annoyed me. It's like, oh, shut up.
And is there anything that the movie didn't show that you guys wanted to do, like while pretending to be cops?
That didn't show.
I don't think so.
No.
We did so much improv in this movie that we kind of did a lot of what we wanted to do.
You almost forget sometimes too.
Well, also we
when
shot
you
it
get
a
when you
year
get
ago,
separated
too.
from it. Yeah, you
Yeah.
get some distance from it. You're like, oh, I forgot we did that take, or I
Totally.
forgot. Oh, that's good. I'm glad they kept that because
Totally.
I thought we were screwing around. I didn't realize they were rolling the cameras.
Yeah.
I'm Bill Graham with Noshi. And,
Bill.
No shit.
William.
one of my questions is, you have these cop training videos on YouTube that you keep looking up. Did y'all create that specifically for the movie, or did y'all find those online?
That was created for the movie. The guy in those videos was actually the guy from the Special Forces who actually was training us. So, yeah, that was all created for the movie.
Okay.
But
And
there are videos on YouTube that are, like, those are based off of those
Yeah.
YouTube videos. Yeah.
And I'm curious who the Dead Weather fan is, because that poster kept on being very prominent in the background of
Dead
your
Weather
apartment.
Dead Weather?
Dead Weather.
It was
It's a
definitely,
band.
It definitely had to be
Set
either
designer.
the writer or
Set
the
designer probably
yeah.
enjoyed had a thing.
The set designer's in a
Subliminals,
band, and he's
yeah.
like, the world will know us finally. And now he does, so
Well,
good for
since
him.
that question failed, what about the Backstreet Boys? The Backstreet Boys.
God bless them. I hope they make it. What about them? They're a bunch of hunks who sing and dance. Yeah, my character likes them. I don't. No, I do. I don't have anything. They're funny guys. talented musicians.
I'm Todd Jorgensen with D Magazine Front Row.
D.
Todd with the big
Wanted
D.
to ask you guys.
He's like this. It's true. I mean, humongous penis. Very large genitalia. Yeah.
Oh, we're coming back. We're coming back.
I did want to, before I have two questions, but I did want to point out that Rob is the only one who accepted the butt pillow that was offered before the interview.
Says a lot about him. Says a lot about him.
No shame. No shame in that at all.
He likes a little mush on his butt. We like it hard.
That's right.
No, Alice was talking a little bit before about the preparation and some of the training that you might have done for a role like this. Typically, when we're talking to people who play cops, we're talking about what kind of research did you do? Did you do ride-along stuff like that? But when you're playing fake cops, do you do any of that kind of stuff, or do you just go into it intentionally not knowing anything?
I mean, yeah, that was one of the perks of being in a movie where we're pretending to be cops, is that we don't have to do that kind of stuff. Every mistake we make as a cop is encouraged, because we were supposed to suck. You were a whiz at that.
Yeah,
I really had to unlearn kind of natural things about how to protect myself. But this guy
was a bumbling idiot.
You are a giant baby with a beard.
Yeah.
It's not the first time I've been called that. We did go on one drive along early on, just so we can see what cops go through in Compton, where they took us to the hood in LA, which was terrifying.
Very scary.
Reminded us both quickly that cops have a very dangerous life, and that we respect them, and that we are just actors, and we're happy to be sissy actors. But outside of that, we were supposed to screw up.
And then the other thing was about the improv that you had mentioned. Can you go a little bit more into that in terms of what sort of things you were encouraged to do? And
well, when we signed on to do the movie, they sent me the script and Damon the script, but we weren't a package deal. They had liked a bunch of different guys for Justin's and a bunch of different guys for Ryan's, and we heard each other's names, so we called each other up and basically said, I'll do the movie if you do the movie, but we both thought it needed, in terms of the comedy, some like improv and to loosen up. So we said we would love to do it. We would love to improvise and loosen it up, and they said, before we even got to Atlanta, we would love you guys to do that, let's do it. So we did a lot of improv, but we were told we were
probably like 70% of the movie is improvised.
Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Gotti Elkon. I'm with Selig Film News.
Nice.
News.
Gotti!
Here we go. To start things off, Daddy Face. What was it like having...
No!
What's it like having balls in your face? And for Rob and Jake, what's it like pulling balls onto his face?
You starting.
It was not pleasant. It's kind of like I had bangs like Jess, but they were made of testicles.
It was his most adorable moment.
Yeah, it was
of the
adorable.
movie.
Yeah. It was scary. I held my breath for as long as I could. He didn't smell as bad as I thought he would.
He was sweaty. He had been running throughout that hardware store, sweating.
And then I'm just like, why didn't they shoot this first? But that's comedy. I didn't love it, but I felt like it was worth it. I felt like it gets a big laugh, and I'm happy to be a part of that.
And why did Jake and I decide to
pull? Tell them why you did
pulling
that.
gesture of putting the balls.
Because they were supposed to pull me off of him.
You're supposed to be police officers there and save the day, but
we
sometimes real life is more important than a movie.
Yeah.
And we had Damon Wayans Jr. on the ground with a Samoan man's testicles near it, and we made the right call by pulling the hole closer to Damon's mouth until he jumped out, and we have to edit really fast. So the cut in the movie makes story-wise doesn't make a lot of sense, but in life I don't regret that plan.
I'm just
got it on camera.
I'm just curious, you guys didn't do a lot of cop training, but you guys did a lot of physical comedy. Was it fun to do all those types of falls and different stuff like that?
I love to do physical comedy. Whatever makes people laugh is I like to do. I grew up watching Jim Carrey, my dad, a lot of physical comedians, and it always makes me happy to kind of do what they do.
One of the things I liked about this movie is that it felt like we were doing a lot of different tones and a lot of different styles of comedy. So within an hour and a half, we do very physical stuff, we do smaller stuff, you've got drama, you've got a little love story. So it just honestly felt like there's a lot to this as we were shooting, and it was a fun thing. Other projects I've done where you're just kind of hitting one tone, and you're hitting it over and over, but there was something fun about this, that we were trying to make a big summer movie.
Bobby Blakey with the Dallas Examiner.
Bobby!
Yeah.
Going back to with the action stuff, how much of it did y'all get to do yourself? You know, I know they have a lot of stunt people that come in, but you know,
I did
you got
all
shot.
my running, for sure.
You did an excellent job. You look very professional.
We did the beginning and ends of the big stunts, but the stunts in this movie get crazy, and neither of us are Tom Cruise, so we were very happy
Speak
to.
for yourself.
You're not
has the
Tom
rundown.
Cruise. Yeah, he does have the run. He runs like that always.
I did my own backflip.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Sorry, I keep jumping on.
Did you
I don't care.
fail on that?
I know.
Was that you?
No, but that was based off. We pitched that idea because Damon can really do flips, and so there was a whole scene that got cut out of the movie where we do this choreographed dance, and we had to rehearse for it, and it was really my nightmare. And Damon was actually pretty good at it. And then we thought, like, well, let's have a joke in here so we're not just dancing in a movie. And because Damon can really flip, we pitched that joke. And then I was going to try it, but I would have gone like half, and then our stunt guy's like, I'll do a fake flip. And we shot it as an experiment. It turns out to be really funny, so it made it in the movie.
Can you all dance for us real quick?
Not with that deadpan face right there.
It feels a little bit too dirty.
Will you dance for me?
You want to recreate the dance
Where are your
sequence when you're
hands, bro?
interrogating the people out on the street?
Can you dance for me real quick?